Another Busa build. We love a Busa here. So what's going on with this? Well, we're on with all the bodywork fitment. So a lot of stuff's been done on this particular car. We've dry fitted all the bodywork. Everything has been fitted from side panels, nose cone. So nose cone is down here ready. We're just going to put it away, but I've left it out. This will get packaged away, but all this fitment's been done. Bonnet, scuttle, all the rear wings have been fitted, but all the rear lights all been done. We have templates for those anyway, so everything's all fitted on that. And the side panels, and now we're on with the front end. So we've got the inboard front suspension, we've got the steering rack, wishbones going on, same as the other build we was talking about, and the headlight brackets with the all-in-one, all built in with the indicators going to here. And then we're on with, again, same as #Peter's car, steering column, same one, pedal box. It has all these braided brake lines right the way through the car. On both builds we do that, we do the braided brake lines right the way through. All the way through, and the rear of the car. We're on with mocking the seats up and the interior panels, and we've mocked up all the bodywork, same as we would have done on Peter's car, but Peter's has been off for paint. This one's in orange and black. Boot box is being fitted at the moment, but I'll show you the rear end again. And you see a familiar pattern really, which is the same sort of setup really. Fuel pump, fuel tank, differential, but a 338 in this. And all the rear end again, all bolted up, billet aluminium, fabricated up by its Protect shocks, all in. And we have the engine ready. This is actually poised, ready to go in. Another RLM engine. They are the go-to guys, but I'm going to say #best in the business at Busa stuff really. So his name is on there. So that really nice tidy engine, stock Busa, but all done for reliability. So that's going to be a stonking bit of kit. We've got things like the fuel caps all into the fuel pipe. All the bodywork as it's fitted. We've got the nice aluminium fuel cap that's in there. Fits nice and clean in there as well. And next up then it'll be a few other bits in the bodywork before we get to the steering column. He's got a few other little bits, so it'll be wiring, ECUs and the engine going in. So quite a bit going on. All the floor pans and all that's been done, and we do on these, on the interior here, you can feel the difference because these are sort of carpet lined on the inside here to stop the vibration. Just gives it a nicer finish than a bare panel, because it's like a drum, isn't it? But it's brilliant. So it really does quieten it down in there. And then we fit in the aluminium interior panel set next before it's complete mock-up, and then it'll do that for final install. So yeah, #Yoshifumi's build progressing nicely. Right, here we are with another Busa build. Gosh, we love a Busa. Yoshifumi's car, and this is coming along quite nicely now actually. Biggest transformation you'll see is we've put the Busa engine in. Really nice, and our guys at RLM done the full rebuild on this, so it's a nicely clean, refreshed, everything engine ready to go. Got the pop shaft to connect up onto our sprocket adapter, and we've got the clutch slave here in. It's got all the wet sump system on it, and all our engine cradle mounts, and you can see the seal on here, so we know it's been built and who it's done. We put a seal on these that the guys do with a number on there, so you can't take the engine apart without them knowing that it's been fettled with. And then what we've got on here going on at the front, we've got all the full oil cooler, radiator pack on, we've got all the billet front uprights, all the wheels and tyres, started doing all the wing stays, bonding all the bracketry on for the wings as well. Don't forget your little indicators for the road legal aspect on here, they need to go in for your 5-degree angle rear test. Headlights have all gone on, and all the indicators on these, making sure that they comply with the radiuses and lines, but if you buy the kit from us, they do, and they work, and it's all good. Well, the oil catch tank has gone on, and then we'd have the header tank to go on the other side here. But this then fits, you've got two breathers. One we normally blank off with a booster, and one of them will go to the top of the engine here. And this is where the dipstick normally sits, just in there. And all the front ends on this side, all the brake calipers on. We've actually bled the brakes on this as well. All the brakes are done. It's all bled up on there. And then we've got the steering column in and the roll cage all trial fitted. We've drilled all the holes out here ready for the roll cage to bolt through. We have to do a hole, and we have a little spacer that goes in here to join the chassis and the bodywork. Interior panel bits all in there for the panels. All the laser cut panels are in with the handbrake mechanisms, and then on the rear end, pretty much buttoning up on the rear end now. Even the wheels and tyres have gone on. Got a couple of bits to do, talking up of etc., but in general it's all in. So you've got a 338 diff, fuel tank and pump assembly, all the wishbones in, Protect shots, all the cabling done, and there'll be some wiring and tidying up to do under here for IVA to finish off. Fuel lines are in. But yeah, pretty much getting buttoned up on the rear end, like bodywork, fuel theme. We've fitted the boot box. That's all been trial fitted. That's down here ready. We sort of do a lot of trial and sort of temporary fitting on while we're doing certain stages of the aspect. Sort of put them in and then carry on with other processes. Because it's dirty cutting fiberglass. You have to trim a little bit here and there for the holes, and it's just dirty. So we do the trial fits on all of those first. So yeah, his build's coming on quite nicely. We're looking very, very strong in the orange and black, and I think it's going to have, in fact, I won't tell you what colour stripe. We'll knock you with a little surprise when it goes on, but it's something different, and I'll tell you what it isn't black. Right, next up we've been on with the orange Hayabusa build, because we've been waiting, getting looms and that made for this, because it was going originally on Gen 2 throttle bodies, but now it's going on to Gen 3 drive-by-wire. So these all been nicely done. We worked with RLM on this, and the adapters all nicely machined. New billet fuel rail in there. Nice little touch and a change of the injector size, because normally it has a secondary air injector in the airbox. It's a single injector now. So these will be going on nicely in that area there, so it sits under the flat bonnet. These have all been assembled, pre-assembled, done, ready to go on. So they're next to go on. All the loom which is here, this has all been made and done, going into the life ECU, and it's going to have wireless hand controls, and we've got the engine harness already done as well. So that's the engine harness section for a life. That's got the hairbrush section on it for the life, and then this is your chassis harness all made with every terminal. It's all nicely labelled up. There we go, battery, what we've got, a transponder if you're having one, wheel speed sensors, all nicely labelled for you. So that will go in to the chassis and everything else, and it all going to hook up to this, the very nice AIM dashboard. So it's 1.3 Strada. It's a lovely bit of kit, really nice actually. It looks really smart in the car, but also gives you a nice clear vision, and you can customise the display. So been on with that, and bulkhead fitting's been done. All the oil lines have been made up, so we've got the 180 degree with the AN10 fittings. All the oil lines have been made up. Been running in cables now for headlights, indicators and wiring, running those on ready to connect into the loom. Seats have all been dry fitted into here as well. They've been done. Gear lever system and a battery and a battery mount bracket have all been mounted this week, and then starting for 2025 it will be hard onto this car, making it, well, as quickly as possible, building it so we can get it out to Japan. It's going out to Japan, so Yoshifumi out there, this will be arriving with you very, very soon. Right, here we are, another Busa car, Mr. Yoshifumi. We're on with this now because we was waiting for some wiring to come in and auxiliaries to come in for this particular one, and now it's all starting to come together. So what's been going on is the angled throttle body adapters. These are for the Gen 3, so these are generation 3 drive-by-wire Hayabusa throttle bodies, and we work with RLM, as you can see on this. Lovely bit of kit, really nice, goes together nice fuel rail, new billet fuel rail going in, because there's the billet fuel rail. The injectors change in terms of size, because the airbox normally has secondary injectors in the Gen 3. So that's been changed. All that's been fitted now, looks really smart. And then you've got things like here for the fuel pressure sensor, which is down here and wide in now. Now, what that does is The ECU is calibrated then to, if you drop fuel pressure, it will turn your engine off, again saving it. And then we've got another one down here, which is the same one, which is the oil, which runs up from here. This comes into the oil gallery. Again, that's been wired up here. And if you drop oil pressure, it will detect it before you even know it's happening. So again, making safety and security is kind of like your God looking over your lovely Busa engine, that if it detects those two major things, should we say components, that if it drops out, then it will shut the engine down quicker than you can do it with a kill switch, so that it keeps it safe and hopefully doesn't cause too much damage if you have a problem. So that's been done. The wiring to them, mainly all the engine wiring's been going in this week. The loom, we have a clutch switch down here, a hydraulic one. This is for reverse basically, so you have to engage the clutch. It's a bit of a safety thing that we put in. Engage the clutch so that before you go into reverse, in case you was in first gear and you forgot you was in first gear, you can do it a couple of ways, in neutral or whatever. So if it's easy earth signal, it will allow you to put into reverse and engage. Wiring through, right the way through, all the loom here, the harnesses, so we've done a full chassis harness through as well this week, wiring up into it all the headlights and indicators, they're all wired in here, just a plug, so you can actually unplug that, undo this bolt and take that whole unit off. So if you wanted to do racing or track work and you didn't want your headlights on, one plug, one bolt, out, put the bolt back in and you're good to go again. So plumbing's been done, the coolant lines have been done in, blanking off, we only need one side of the catch tank, so we blank this side, that's been done. Finalising, running all the wiring under here, two relays, we've got the fuse box, all the loom coming up through the centre here, the starter relay in here for the Busa one, and the life ECU and the battery and all that mounted underneath. The rectifier is here, do the wiring in for that, so the rectifier sits in a tunnel, just helps with a bit of cooling because there's air sort of moving over it. We never always put them in that same position, never have any issues with them, because sometimes the earlier ones did melt and have issues with them. So that's all been done, and then moving around into the interior, we started setting out the dashboard. So these are being labelled, got some labels to go on it, but for now all the wiring is being done for these, which is reverse lights. You've got the aim stuff going in here, the starter, the hazard switch, the battery kill switch, and the nice aim Strada dashboard, which is great. I mean, it just looks so nice. That's been done, put together, being fitted for the final time, and then wiring all the way through the car, running through, making sure, again, it's only been temporarily done at the moment, you've got to clip all these off, but again, just as a reminder, every 300 mil, we do it less, we sort of every 200-ish mil that we do, but 300 mil being a maximum, that runs on our track system anyway, so you can't go wrong, it's cable tied in. And it'll run round to, and we'll start wiring in. We've put this in, just wiring this up as well, so it's our LED fog light and number plate light, which is again IVA compatible. Makes a really nice tidy little installation. I think just cleans the back end up on the car that's in, and the wiring's just got to be clipped up and out the way, then it'll be boot cover and a few other bits as well. So, but yeah, if you want to know more about the Cup car range, the Busa range, because there's quite a few different options now that we're doing, which is drive-by-wire options. We can do standard throttle bodies on them. We can actually got a new also angled adapters coming in from RLM with Gen 2 throttle bodies that will be able to sit under the flat bonnet, so we'll be able to do both of those. And we're just on with a new loom that will run stock management as well. So if you want to know more, I suppose the best thing to do is give us a chat on the phone or come down and see us at the factory. It's even better because just see it and talk to you in person about the range, whether it's a Busa car or it'd be a Mazda car or a Honda car or a Dura Power car, whichever one tickles your fancy, because 2025 could be the year that you think, that's my time, I want a car. First one, Mr. Yoshifumi's car, gorgeous orange, and now got some very nice lime green stripes, Kawasaki green stripes on it now. So the stripe kit's gone on. So what we've been on with this car's come off the lift, down onto the ground, geo in the car. We tend to run, as a base setup, 1 degree camber all round. We tow the rear in by 1 mil, and for IVA we tow it out for 1 mil. And ride heights, depending on the vehicles, each one's slightly different what we do, but generally it's about 110 under the front and about 125 under the rear for sort of IVA standards. Keeping it all about the same sort of level, just helps with geometry, self-centering and everything else, because the caster's already built into these on the front wishbone, which is about, I think it's just under, it's 5¼ degrees, something like that, I think, if I remember rightly. So yeah, pretty good. She's on the ground looking sharp, looking very, very different with the orange stripe. Interior's normal, it's getting buttoned up here. Got the padded tunnel tops that we put in here, which is nice. You've got a little phone holder or your wallet holder, whichever in there, with the gear lever all lined up with your handbrake gaiter all built in. Dashboard's in fact I'll just powered it up quickly. It's the AIM dashboard, the Strada, very nice bit of kit. Looks really sharp, and you can do all kinds of configurations on the dash. We'll probably change that one, but there's one configuration that you can do, and you can change whatever you want. Actually, it does start, I do believe, so we'll give that a go. But it may be very noisy because there's no silencer on here. So move around here, Lewis, let's see if she goes. We might see a fireball. Fire in the hole, make sure we're in neutral. Yep, and ignition. It needs a silencer. Right, so diving in under the engine bay, the bonnet's all been fitted, that's here, that's all been done anyway. Bulkhead I've just got for the moment, is just tying out the few more loose ends on the wiring that we've got to do and optimise the battery, get that charged back up. And then under here we've got the drive-by-wire setup, billet aluminium fuel rail. This is RLM who done this, and the engine, beautiful engine, really nicely detailed. Love the billet aluminium, all anodised as well. Just a few bits to tidy up, all the few hoses to secure away for IVA compliance. All the bulkhead's been fitted, that'll be the last job. We only got it off because we've been fitting the stripe here. Make sure that drops down into that area and tidies it up, all on the front end. Front end's been done. In fact, all the electrics work. Now, let's do that on a freewheel. Love a freewheel, don't we? So we got that here, on here. Indicators all working, left and right. Should have a high beam. Woo, look at that, and a horn. Yep, that's all on there, which is really cool. Lovely bit of kit. Can actually do your hazards from there, I do believe, as well. Yep, press them together, you get your hazards. So that's pretty cool. That's all going, working, fog lights and rain lights and hazards and hazards. There you go, all working. Everything else is going. So we're all on the button. Got an electric reverse in this particular one. It's a bike engine car. For IVA compliance in the UK, you need a form of reverse on the vehicle. That can be done via electric motor or an inline reverse. We tend to do the electric, the inline reverse ones, not quite as reliable. So button that up, get it all going. This is not far away now from finishing process. Seats, interior to be fitted, seat belts, roll cage. Got a boot box going in here, which I'll show you on another car in a minute how we've done that. We've got the boot box here ready to fit in. But yeah, look at the front, nose cones all done, all the grills for IVA now. Really transforms when you put their face on it, so to speak, with a mesh in there. What's your thoughts on the orange and green? Give us your comments below. Is it thumbs up? Is it thumbs up? I mean, it's super out there, super different. We've never done anything like that before. Customer's choice, their colour scheme, thumbs up. Give it a like, share, send some pictures out. Put the bonnet on. Let's give it a full Monty, show you what it really looks like. Something very, very different to what we would normally do. You're not gonna miss it, are you, Lewis? No. Wow. Brilliant. What's next? Right, next up is a bit more power and a bit more brighter colour even than yellow, which is this bright orange. This is what we would call a Cup 200 spec car. It is a Hayabusa engine powered with the Cup chassis. And under the hood here is a Gen 2 fully refurbished and rebuilt RLM engine. Awesome bit of kit, about 205, 206 horsepower is generally where they kick out. With drive-by-wire, it's got Gen 3 throttle bodies in it, which is a drive-by-wire motor. It's got the 6-speed sequential gearbox on it as well, with flat shift up and down, so you do not need to take your foot off the accelerator to change gear or use the clutch to change up and down. It does it all for you. It's got all our cup front suspension, all our cup billet front uprights. On the rear, it's got all billet rear bearing carriers as well, and a 265 4-pot calipers on the front with the discs, really nice, cross-drilled and grooved. And on the rear, we've got the 250 on the rear with the standard calipers. Now, running this is the management system, is a Life F88 ECU, really nice bit of kit, controls everything, looks after you as well. You've got the standard gear shift in here, which is on a bearing system, very light, very easy. You've got the AIM dashboard, which is amazing. We'll just fire that up for you to show you what that looks like. And everything else is here is on your steering wheel and your controls for your indicators, lights. Is all freewheel with your detachable steering column, everything else as well. This is a brand new car. It's just literally going through its IVA. You could be the first owner of this one. It will be, every single component on this car is brand new, no donor vehicle parts used. It has a 3.38 LSD in there, and we will be changing the exhaust system to a different type of system on there, more of a race one. Well, what would you use this car for? Well, this, yes, it's a road car and you can use it on the road and it will be road legal. This is definitely suited to a very focused track car, and you could have a Sunday blast in it, or you can go down to the racetrack and you'll have so much fun playing with the fun stick.